Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to be continuing with our makeup look tutorials, okay? And now we are on spring. So for spring, you're going to do like pastels, okay? Like pretty little like light pinks and purples and blues and like some like light green maybe. So we're going to be using the Jawbreaker palette. Some of the prettiest pastels in here. This is the color story if you haven't already seen it. Pretty iconic palette, and we're just gonna dive right on in. I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyes with, we're gonna go with Good Morning since we're kind of doing like pastels. All right, now we're going to do bubblegum. And I'm just kind of going on kind of light with it, so it will read more as like a pastel pink, because it can be a very intense pink if you make it that way. You know what I mean? Like you can let your brush down and make it really pink, or not. All right, now we're gonna go in with Gumdrop. Now, because these are pastels and there's like not a whole lot of pow to them, we are gonna amp up the bridesmaid look just a little bit, just so there's like a little bit of, you know, pow. Just because this is kind of, it's pretty, it's really pretty, but we need a little more. That might be my too much gene kicking in. I don't know. But I'm gonna take Brain Freeze. Just add a little bit more, so see, we got kind of a little pink, blue, purple moment going on. And I'm going to go back in and kind of intensify the ends with Gumdrop just a little bit. There we go. Now, we're going to take Gumdrop and we're going to go below. And there we go. Pretty little moment there. Now, we are going to do Snack on the inner corner. There. There's my eyeshadow look. Now, for the highlight, we are going to dive into the Brain Freeze palette. As soon as I uncover it. I did actually do some organizing, guys. Like, be proud of me. Brain Freeze palette. I know I did get this in my mystery and I wasn't able to like show you guys like what it looks like, but here she is, and we're going to dive into Frozen Fruit. And again, this is the bridesmaid look, so we're not going to intensify it, we're just going to do it as is. But Frozen Fruit is actually pretty pigmented just on its own. Now my blush that I used actually has like a little bit of, hello? Can you be quiet, please? Thank you. The blush that I used today actually does have like a little bit of like reflection in it. So this is kind of tying right in with the blush. But again, like, it's like a, see, this is what I'm saying, like, it's very, I'm going in dry and light. And there, we would have our pretty little bridesmaid moment. Now, we are going to be doing doll parts for the loop, but I'm still drinking my coffee, so we're gonna wait on that for just a second, okay? So, use your imagination, doll parts and the loops. This is the bridesmaid look. Now we're gonna go back in and we're gonna amp up the look just a little bit for the blushing bride. So to intensify what we've already got going on here, we are going to go in with soaked on the outer corners, just because I don't want to go too dark, because this is like a pastel look. You see, that gives it kind of a nice oomph, but like it's not ruining the overall like calm, light look. You know what I mean? To amp up the inner corners, we're going to do, we'll go with Jawbreaker. And we are going to bring soaked down to the outer, or the under eye. But just on that like end bit. And there we go. A little pumped up pastel glam. Now, for the cheeks, we've already kind of done the bridesmaid look, but we're actually, I'm going to surprise you, okay? This is a non-Jeffree product. We're going to do Maybelline Master Holographic. This actually is like kind of a pinky purple with like a little holographic. Like, it's so pretty, especially when you wet it down and make it more intense. Like, oh, I love this thing. And surprisingly, it's like $8, okay? And we're gonna take this under the brow. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like my eyebrows have grown back enough that like I don't feel like I need to do brow products anymore. So I haven't been. Like, they're back. They're fully back. Welcome back, ladies. I missed my brows so much, guys. Like, I was so mad at myself when I did that. Whew. Whew. Stress makes you do some weird things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just... All right. Now, I don't feel like... Because I did have the other highlight on already, like that really didn't show you guys like what this thing is capable of. So I am going to swatch it for you just so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, you see how pretty and like reflective that is just on its own. Like, let me amp it up just a little bit for you guys. Like, very, very shiny, very sparkly, and it's kind of like this like little like iridescent tone to it. when I wear it on its own to work, like people compliment me all the time. And I'm like, it's Maybelline. Like, you can go to Walmart and get it right now. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, that's, you know, some of Maybelline stuff is like kind of, like, their eyeshadows. I have not had one that like really was like super, super pigmented, like all the way through on the palettes, you know what I mean? But their highlights are actually pretty bomb. I gotta give it to them. Like, they did that. Okay, now we're gonna do the lips. Sorry, I had to get my coffee in and I didn't want to mess up my lipstick. As well, these like don't come off like once they're on pretty well, but you gotta let them dry first. And there we go. Now, if you don't want like a matte lipstick, because I'm actually feeling the sparkles and the iridescentness and whatnot today. I'm actually going to go back in with the Brain Freeze palette. And we're actually going to brush on a little frozen fruit onto our lips while it's still kind of wet. Kind of give like a little shine. A little glimmery pop. Because that's the fun thing about Jeffree Star Cosmetics, is everything is vegan, so you can wear everything everywhere. Like, there's like limitless options on what you can do with his products. Like, I love that. Like, free me. Let me go. All right, so here is my bridal look. Here's a closer look at my pastel spring bride look. Very fresh, very pastel, very light and airy and pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for what comes next. Wondering why I'm magically tan. We're doing the summer video, so even though it's like beginning of January, I had to mix a few shades together on my different foundations to create a summer glow. This is gonna be a whole vibe today. Have fun with that one at work. For those of you who don't know, my dream wedding, okay, like dream keyword, would be on the 7 Mile beach in the Cayman Islands. So summer look is like a must for that, and so this is like kind of near and dear to my heart. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun today. So for summer wedding looks, I would do like a lot of like golds and bronzes, like just very like sultry summery look. Okay, so of course we're gonna be using the iconic Thirsty palette. I went so hard on this palette. Okay, like, let me open her up. You guys can see, like, there's some shades in here, particularly like these two. I have hit pretty hard. But there's some very iconic looks to be made out of this palette. And I think I discovered most of them. So, to set the eyes, I'm actually going to go in with Subtle because my foundation is so dark. I think that's going to look really nice. And I know I've been kind of doing a whole like blushing bride thing, but since it's summer, like I did bronzer instead of blush. Okay, which is more my vibe anyway. Like, I do bronzer, guys. I just don't do blush. I don't know. but especially in the summer, I bronze it up because I'm a pasty Peggy and I never see the sun unless I'm on a cruise. And then for like a week and a half or so, like after the cruise, like I actually do have a tan. Like this is my tan. So frustrating. Like I got off our cruise last year and I actually had to go to the store and get like a darker shade of foundation because like it wasn't matching anymore. And everyone's like, "You're tan?" And I'm like, I had to go buy a new foundation, okay? Like, I'm tan. This is me tan. It may not be much, but it's a tan for me, okay? All right. Now, I'm actually going to do one of my favorite shades ever. Like, Jeffrey, I love you for this so hard. Kumquat. Because it makes me think of those, I can't remember what gum it was, but there was like a gum and like one of their commercials, they were like, "Pickle you, kumquat." Like they were just like doing these like random like insults at each other, but like they made absolutely no sense at all. And that was one of the things, and like me and like our boss Heather would like, we would say that to each other sometimes. So like the fact that that's a shade name, I love that. Love it. Babe. No. No. I don't know why they're going off, but you don't need to go off either, okay? Control yourself. I believe in you. All right, now we're going to do stroke on the eyelids. All right, now I'm going to take Filthy Rich and put it on the inner corners. And then we will, of course, take stroke and bring it down. I do want like a little splash of bright in here without being too like showy. So I am going to go in with Quench, which is just a matte, and we're going to do like a little hint of yellow, like right here on the inner, like half of the lid. There we go. See? So it kind of gives it like a little bit of dimension, but like it's still very dialed back kind of bronzy moment. Okay? Now for the cheeks, we are going to use, where did I put it? We're going to go back in with the Brain Freeze palette. And we're going to do Jawbreaker. But again, we're going to go in light and we're going to go in dry. There. I say light and dry because Jawbreaker is very reflective just on its own. You don't need a whole lot. Unless you're like me and you like an excessive highlight, then, you know, go ham. But for this look, we're going to go light and pretty, okay? Now, for the lips, I'm actually going to do glazed in the Lip Ammunition, which is kind of a sheer lip topper, but you can build it up. There we have kind of a pretty summery, dialed back bridesmaid look, okay? Now, we're going to amp it up for the bride, okay? So we're going to go back in, and on the inner corners, we're going to do Drizzle. And like yesterday, we're going to bring that down just like the outer part though. And now, of course, the bride needs a little more pizzazz with the sparkle sparkle. You know what I mean? We're going in with Plunge. Going over under the brow with Plunge again. Not necessarily wet, just, you know, whatever dampness is still left on the brush. Just to kind of get a little hint of sparkle. But nothing too crazy. All right. Now, for the cheeks, we're going to amp it up with Liquid Frost. And this is in shade Expensive, which is actually really, like, it's a pretty bronze, but it has like some like bluish reflect, which will work for me because I want blue in my bouquet. All right, now we're just gonna go in and kind of tap this in and blend just a little bit. Yeah. Just pour hot coffee right down my gullet. All right, now I am gonna do something a little different for the lips for the bride because like I have my own thing, but I thought I had it out and I don't. It's in my purse. So hold on. We're gonna go in with, what is this called? Bronze Blood. Very pretty. This is summer line. This summer, or 2018 I should say. Thirsty, of course, is from 2017, but I think it was like either the first or the second eye palette that I bought of his. I can't remember if I got Beauty Killer first or that one. But I fell in love and now I'm an addict. Is there like a support group for like Jeffree Star Cosmetics addiction? Because your girl needs to sign up. I really do. There we go. We're just gonna glide right on over glazed. So I want more of a bronzy goddess look. Okay, this is my vibe today. What's up? And honestly, this is like my vibe all summer, so where's the lie? There we go. Now I am going to, of course, do a little eyeliner, a little mascara, and I actually found a bomb mascara at TJ Maxx. Okay, believe it or not. Let me find her. Buxom Beauty Big Tease. This was like $6, I think, at TJ Maxx. I had a liquid lip from Buxom Beauty that I actually really liked, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that. And I wore it yesterday, and literally it like didn't flake off. It like didn't really irritate my eyes, because like sometimes like when I wear mascara, like by the end of the like, you know, shift or whatever, like it's really starting to like bother me, and I'm like, oh, my eyelashes feel so crunchy. But like that actually really didn't bother me at all. Like I forgot I was wearing mascara. Like, hello, that never happens. So really recommend this. It's at TJ Maxx right now. Go check your stores. So good. Also, if you have a TJ Maxx in your area, the Riviera palette from ABH, that one's at TJ Maxx, and the Alyssa Edwards, I think, is like coming to TJ Maxx's. Like they're at like Marshalls and TJ Maxx. So keep your eyes out for those. I don't have the Alyssa Edwards, but I do have the Riviera. And I love that palette. Like, it's so pretty. Like, I like went out and bought it whenever it came out, like when it like first released. Because like I just loved the color story. It was so pretty. Like very like spring palette vibe, you know? and it's like 25 bucks. So $45 versus $25. Take the discount because it's an amazing palette. Like, I'm a little shook that it's at TJ Maxx now. Yeah. For a second, I thought, like, I skipped a selection. Not a vibe. We're not going into 2020 with, like, skipped eyeliner sections. Okay. See, this is the shape of it. Like, it's a conical, but it's very, like, what am I trying to say? Like, the brush is, like, very, like, furry. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But honestly, like, did not come off. Definitely feeling it. Okay. There is my summer bride look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like, this is literally, like, if I'm getting married, like, this is what I want on my face right here. Okay. Vibe check. But again, like, my dream wedding is at 7 Mile Beach on the Cayman Islands. So I gotta have money, and I don't got that. So if anyone knows a sugar daddy looking for a baby, I'm baby. I'm gonna take this down so you guys can see a closer look at what I've done here. Here's a close-up of my summer bridal look. Very bronze goddess. Like, yes. I wish I looked this tan in real life, guys. I really do. This pasty Peggy has dreams. They're not realistic, but they're dreams, okay? All right. That's gonna wrap up this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really am. Like, this is so much fun for me. Just play with makeup. Let's just do it.